Good morning, good day, good afternoon. This is Action Coach Christian Harbeck. And today I'm welcoming Quesen Ambyton from Quesen Ambyton, a creative agency. Let me correct myself there. Welcome.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be joining you today.
That's brilliant. I'm also quite excited. So let's get to the first question. Tell me a bit about your business.
Okay, thank you so much. So Quesen Ambyton Creative Agency, shortly we call it QA. It was really birthed out of a need to provide a platform for your startups and your upcoming businesses to be able to access digital services at a cost-effective platform. So that was probably, I would say this year, it's 7 years ago.
That's brilliant. Okay, that was actually my next question. How long have you been doing that? So what made you go into this type of industry? What was the driving force behind that?
Okay, so I started something that was back then called management of information systems. So I've always been very curious. I've always been very keen to learn on how to provide services using communications. So I worked in various areas where I exercised this, but after a while I got tired and I was very bored with what I was doing, and I wanted to create something that I would shape the way I wanted it and operate it at the level of which I wanted it to do. So that was the beginning of Quesen Ambyton.
That is brilliant. So who would you define as your ideal client, your ideal audience? Who would be the right person to contact you for your services?
Thank you. The temptation would be like your blue chip, your listed companies and so forth. But I've got a desire for your startups and upcoming, that pretty much small to medium. Because for me, I don't look at them as clients. I look at them as really as partners, growth partners. It's a challenge. I will actually tell you that just over 80% of the clients I started with 7 years ago, I still have them to this very day. As they grow, my company grows as well. So your startups and your small to medium entities, those are my preferred.
That's brilliant. I like it that you mentioned that they're basically going on a journey with you and vice versa. And I find it really great that you are focusing on especially startups, as they sometimes have it quite hard to get going. And I think your service is ideal to get them really going and cement them into the business world and get them properly prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, we're a few months into this phenomenon called COVID-19. How has this impacted you and your business?
Wow, man, it's been hectic. I mean, from where I operate from, it's a situation whereby most of our services we offer them online anyway. We do miss the meetings where we had lots of coffee and all that.
Yeah.
But our clients have been affected to such an extent that them being affected has also affected us in turn. Yeah. So we took a really huge hit, and we just right now on the road to recovery.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think everybody has been affected in some way or form, and it's been a tough journey. What are the one or two things that you have changed or pivoted in your business that is actually working at this point?
Thank you. You're funny. I'm happy you asked that, because I've had to really so more or less upskill myself. Like I've had to look around and ask a lot of people that I know how they're adapting, what they are doing, what new skills have they picked up, or what's working, what's not working. And to be more specific, I've had to actually use WhatsApp to market my stuff, to do promos and then that it's annoying to some people at some stage, but I'll tell you that I've gotten a bit of traction through that.
That's brilliant. And I suppose that is, we need to find ways and new avenues to generate leads and to, find new clients, because it is, economy has changed to a level which is, it's almost upside down. And I like it that you are proactively asking questions, getting a feeling from other people out there, what is working and what is not working, because there's no instruction manual for this event.
Definitely.
That's the unfortunate part. And I think we're all trying to make the most out of it. And a lot of them are actually doing quite well. So well done on that. So it's been said, smart people learn from the mistakes. No, let's start again. It has been said, smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along your way, your business journey, that other entrepreneurs, can, learn from?
Oh, well, I'll gladly teach that. I think I went into it the other way around. I know a lot of people get into business to make money because they're not a non-profit making organization. I took the other route. I went into business for fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to have lots of fun. I wanted to be this big business guy who's making a positive change on the market. So my prices were often very low. I was doing a lot of free work, but I realized that with my overheads and planning and budgets were suffering. Yeah. So I learned the hard way, going back to the same people to then say, okay, these are my rates. That was quite difficult because I had gone very low. It wasn't really a strategy. I just wanted to have fun doing what I love doing, So that has been one of the biggest lessons that I've learned the last few years, to be competitive. Don't be greedy, but be very competitive and be very professional.
Brilliant. I liked it a lot. I hope everybody out there has listened into that and really takes this to heart. It's always nice to give freebies away and do it for, a lower price, but then do you really then add value? So I think it's good what you've mentioned. Now, a funny thing that I'm asking most of my clients, let's put you into a time machine, put you back 12 months, and you can't go further back than that. It's 12 months exactly. What would you have done differently?
Definitely. First, I would have put some extra cash aside.
Yeah.
And for us specifically, we just moved into new offices.
Okay.
So that was a decision that we would not have made, and now we're looking back at it, we realize that it was a good move, as we were just working with our plan that we had put in place 3 years back. But then COVID hit, and they've moved into the offices that we moved in.
Yeah. I get this response a lot. Most people wish they would have put some money aside just to have a bit of a safety net. And it's something that we proactively coach in our business, that all clients need to have a safety net, a fund where they can draw into when something really happens. I mean, obviously, this is a really severe event, which has been going on for months now. And I would say a rule of thumb, between 3 and 6 months to have cash which you can utilize would be ideal. We don't know how long this will still last, but let's hope not too long.
Yeah.
So Quesen, I've got your details, which is listed below in the caption, and people can reach out to you with your email address and your website. Is there anything there that they should be reaching out to you immediately? Any special that you're running, any offering?
Sure, thank you. Yes, we are. I think one of the things that I can encourage anyone who's doing business out there is that they need to have an online footprint, one way or the other. COVID has changed the whole platform. It has changed the landscape on how we operate. If you don't have a website, you really don't have to start with a 5-pager. You can start with a landing page. So we are running a special on a landing page so that you have some form of a footprint online, whereby people can find you, they can find your services and your products, and at least you have a chance of survival.
Yeah, Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that so many things have changed, especially going online. I've realized, and you mentioned earlier, you miss the times when people sit around with a cup of coffee and you have the physical relationship with people. Everything is online now, and it is a bit strange, a bit bizarre, but somehow it's become easier connecting with people. Just imagine I would have done this interview series and I would have to drive to you or something. And I mean, it would have taken so much time out of our day. Now we have more of a scheduled environment where we can get more out of a business day than we used to before.
Mhm.
Yeah. So to finish off this interview, what what is the most inspiring thing for you today? And if it's not today, at any given point, what would that be?
Well, it will be exactly what you are doing right now. It's an enduring human spirit, a never die say type of attitude, always finding a solution to a problem.
Yeah.
This has been inspiring as much as this pandemic has taken place and we're still in the thick of it. I love seeing people that are saying, you know what, I'm not giving in, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
I'm stretching forward, I'm doing something. So I'm always looking out for somebody that is saying, you know what, I I don't want to fight the conditions,
Yeah.
but I want to fight in the conditions. So that's what I'm seeing. And you doing what you're doing right now inspires me to even push further. So
That's
I've seen a
brilliant.
lot of people who are doing that. They're not surrendering. They're not murmuring anymore.
Yeah.
They're not crying anymore. They're just saying, you know what? We gotta do what we have to do to make it work. And it's so, so encouraging.
That's brilliant. I love what you just shared. So, yeah, thank you very much for your time and your energy. It's been really wonderful to have you in this interview. I just encourage everyone out there, please do reach out to Quesen and, ask. Maybe you need something specific. Quesen can help and assist on that front. Yeah, thank you again. It's been really wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. Hey, thank you for this platform. It's really awesome.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
All right.